One of the tools used by businesses to communicate with each other is using a webinar, and webinar is basically an online conference, right? There are a lot of tools out there to host webinars, and builderall is one of the platform, not a tool, it's one of the platform that has got webinar tool inside of it. So if you don't know builderall is the only all-in-one platform that has got over 40 marketing tools, the only one currently in the world as I am recording this video. And on this video, I just want to talk to you about how you can create a webinar if you've been looking for a webinar, or if you like to create a webinar or use a webinar as a business. Is very important. A lot of business, they generate sales using a webinar, just like a lot of businesses make huge amount of sales using conferences, and it's one of the very effective method, because you can have people engage while you're busy, presenting or doing whatever that you're doing right there that you're showing them. So first thing first, if you wanna create a webinar, creating a builderall, make sure that you click the first link in the description and open your account on a builderall. On these links, I'm gonna drop a link to give you a 14-day free trial and a 30-day $1 trial to try out builderall and create your webinar starting from today. Now, if you open an account on builderall, right? So on your builderall account, these are the tools that you're gonna have, over 40 of them, and one of those is the webinar builder. Now, if you click here on webinar builder, it's gonna take you to where you can create a webinar, and as I've clicked here on enter, it should be taking me to where I can create a webinar. And let me just give it a moment. So a good thing about builderall, so each tool that you click on, it gives you kind of like a dashboard. So this is the dashboard for the webinar, and you can create as many webinars as you would like. And one of the things that I love about builderall is that because it's got everything in one place, everything here, they're integrated. Look at this, my emails are already integrated. I'm not using SMS on builderall, but it's already here on builderall, but I don't use it because I use email. So everything is integrated. Look, if you're creating a webinar now, and not just maybe you want to notify your clients, you can notify them using SMS or email, because everything is integrated, and this makes just your work easier without having to take APIs from other third parties and integrate, because everything is almost like done for you. All you need to do is to create that beautiful webinar that is gonna communicate with your clients, right? First thing first, you want to make sure that you come here, create webinar, start streaming, right? So you have three options. You can stream to YouTube, Facebook, or meeting room, right? Gives you option to stream live, right? Stream online, live, camera, desktop, and this other option. Have a live meeting with other participants. Stream a live meeting to YouTube, which is great, which is one of the best, in fact the second largest search engine in the world currently, and I know a lot of businesses, they use it. So integration, all good, right? Can stream a pre-recorded file to YouTube, Facebook, right? So live on demand room of chat. This is the most popular one. People, they like to create webinars where they enable chat people so that they can have questions and all that. So but then this is the most popular one where marketers, they just love to use this because they love to create a continuously repeated webinar, right? With selected interval, and they like to schedule several webinars, and from there they just promote this using marketing tools and all of that. So this is the most popular one, but then it's all up to you. You can decide to just explore all of this three and see which one works best for you, but all of them, they work. So it will depend on how your audience is and on your preference, obvious, but all of this, they work perfectly fine, right? if you had to go with evergreen, so all of this, the same process is the process is the same, right? Just gonna say test one, and then next, and then just say create webinar. Now you're gonna be taken to where these are the options here. You can protect your webinar with password, which is good, and also you can translate. Okay, this is great, this is great, this is nice. You can translate even your webinars. It means that you can stream this from just one country. It kind of give you an opportunity to maximize your audience with this translation. This is something that you won't find on just any platform. Builderall is the best, and it keeps on building. Video source, you can upload videos from your YouTube. If you already have videos on your YouTube, you can just get the link from there, or you can upload straight from your laptop, or iframe with the code, or from your video manager, the builderall one, or from YouTube live. That will be up to you. You can schedule your webinars here. You can also put the time here in terms of how long this is gonna take, and you can enable this to be on repeat. You can enable chats, which is one of the best options that I like, because when you are presenting there, you like to know what people are thinking. You like to also to answer questions that will be available at that time. The main point of the goal, right, is to have people to engage with whatever that you're gonna be talking about. You don't want to feel like you are talking by yourself, right? Webinars are there to create conversations, more than just a presentation, right? But also to answer people's questions, to help them provide a solution. And providing a solution, you need to know the problems and all of that questions that you can tackle, right? As you can see here, my mailing bot is already integrated. So if I were to select one of these now, everything, it will just be all sorts of email sent from. So this is all good here, and you can use the banner. Suggest that you use the banner here, and then webinar room appearance. You can upload a cover. If you don't have a cover, you can just choose any of the color here if you don't have a cover, right? And you can also an option to add and CSS. This developers, I know that they are familiar with this word here, this for text stuff, but then you might also be familiar with this also. And you have an option here also to kind of do settings here on your email. Obviously a lot of webinars, they require an email to log in, which is one of the effective ways to get emails. And also you have an option also here to add text, and also you have an option here to add a form. So this is great. I'm just gonna say test one. I just want to see what kind of okay, cool, this is great, collect data for self-proof. This is nice. All right, great. So as you can see here, builderall, it gives you a lot of option when creating a webinar, and you can collect a lot of data from people that are gonna be watching your webinar, which is great because you can always email them for the second webinar, right? Which is great. At the end of the day, you want to create a relationship with your clients, your customers, and webinar is one of the best tools to do that. Right, cool. That's it, the video of today, how to create a webinar on builderall. I'll see you on the next video. Keep safe.